Good Friday afternoon. Thank you for joining us for THV 11 News at noon. I'm Mackailyn Johnson, and for Journey Taylor, here's a look at some of the stories we're bringing you this half hour. Contractors need your help catching trailer thieves. The sting of thefts that has a business out tens of thousands of dollars still ahead. Plus, the grueling search for victims in Maui continues this afternoon. At 12:07, why a top official quit and when a replacement will be named. And school is back in session, but there's one thing that didn't take a break this summer: COVID. A little later, what you need to know about the increase in cases and a new booster. But first, Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon is here gracing us with his presence.
Oh, I wouldn't say gracing.
But
No.
are we going to be graced with some cooler weather? Probably not. Probably not.
If you didn't hit it earlier this week, then you're going to be out of luck, folks. It's only going to get hotter from here, unfortunately. And there's not much rain in the forecast. If you're needing some rainfall, it's going to be a while for that. There is a boundary in Arkansas. It's a weak, cool front, and it's kind of the dividing line between some cooler, drier conditions over northern and northeastern Arkansas and the hot, humid stuff that we have in Little Rock South. 89 here currently, 91 in Queen. It's 95 in Texarkana. They're going to get awfully close to 100 today, and the heat that you see down there is going to begin spreading northward really as soon as tomorrow. Afternoon highs today will reach into the middle 90s in the Little Rock area. I want to show you the dew points because where we find dew points in the lower 60s, that's where we find that slightly drier air mass. That's all going to change. The upper 60 and low 70-degree dew points will take over, which is going to make it feel hotter and more humid. Looking ahead tomorrow afternoon, middle 90s, lots of sunshine, with heat index values about 100 to 105 tomorrow statewide. All right, we'll talk about how long the heat is expected to last and also talk about a hurricane that may affect travel plans if you're going to the desert Southwest. That's in a few minutes.
Tom, thank you. We begin with school safety news. Another school district put on alert this week after a loaded gun is found in a student's car. A 17-year-old student was arrested yesterday after police found a loaded gun in his car at Bryant High School. The weapon was discovered after a report of a student's car parked in the faculty parking lot. Officers searched the car and found the gun inside and took the student into custody. There are no further details on the situation or possible charges, but we'll update you as we learn more. Now, this incident is just the latest in a string of school safety concerns during this first full week of school. On Monday, we first told you an elementary school student brought an unloaded handgun to Amboy Elementary in North Little Rock. Then on Tuesday, law enforcement in Sheridan found a threatening video involving Sheridan High School, leading to increased patrols on campuses. That resulted in many parents keeping their kids home on Wednesday. And also on Wednesday, we learned Benton police arrested a 61-year-old man who they say sent threatening messages to Angie Grant Elementary School. He was charged with communicating a false alarm. And now to one of our most viewed stories on THV11.com. Contractors in Central Arkansas are keeping a close eye on their belongings this week after a recent string of trailer thefts. One contractor we spoke to says his company lost about $26,000 after its dump trailer was stolen from a neighborhood in North Little Rock. The trailer was not hooked to a truck, so insurance won't cover the $15,000 ticket for the replacement trailer. They also say they're not the only ones experiencing this.
This happened to a friend of mine before, and then I even stopped a guy around the corner here and said, "Hey man, you probably want to lock up your trailer." And he goes, "I already had one stolen, I already know."
Now, Bobby Williams is hoping neighbors caught the person on video so he can get his trailer back. Williams says he's offering a $500 reward for any information that helps him get it back. We reached out to North Little Rock Police for more information on these trailer thefts. They told us they're investigating 2 others from July and 2 so far this month. Well, this week, more schools are taking a stance against the state's recent changes to an AP African American Studies program. The Department of Education says the course could break the law of indoctrinating students with critical race theory. Schools weren't alerted about the change until last Friday, but that didn't stop several districts from moving forward as planned.
You know, Little Rock School District, we are a leading district and we're a civil rights district.
The Little Rock School District became the first to take a stand against the state's decision to remove AP African American Studies from receiving credit. The district will continue to offer the course and pay the students' fees.
We are honoring our students who signed up for the courses at the end of last school year.
Schools weren't alerted about the changes until last Friday, right before the start of school. But this week, 4 schools have said they will continue as planned. LRSD, North Little Rock School District, Jacksonville North Pulaski, and Eastham. Eastham also adding that students who pass the course and take the AP exam will be awarded the district's first Medal of Historical Pursuit and Valor. In a statement from the Arkansas Department of Education, until it's determined whether it violates state law and teaches or trains teachers in CRT and indoctrination, the state will not move forward. The department encourages the teaching of all American history and supports rigorous courses not based on opinions or indoctrination. But that leaves a big question for some, like LRSD board member Vicki Hatter. How exactly does this course break the law?
If no one can give that answer, then how is it appropriate to only single out one course of an AP exam?
We asked the Department of Education that question and did not get a response. When we reached out to Attorney General Tim Griffin's office, we were told there would need to be a request made to his office for it to be investigated. So far, there has not been any request for his opinion on the matter. In national news, about 20,000 people are evacuating after a wildfire near the capital of Canada's Northwest Territories. City officials of Yellowknife ordered all residents out by noon. There's only one highway that leads out of town. Emergency flights are available for residents without cars, but they had to wait in long lines to register.
We've never ever seen a wildfire season like this. Nobody envisioned an event of this scale. And it was just, and it's still really stressful. There's a lot of people left in Yellowknife that are freaking out.
Yellowknife marks one of 1,100 areas burning across Canada. This includes Kelowna, a city not far from the U.S. border. The record number of fires has affected the air quality in parts of the U.S., contributing to choking smoke and hazardous air. Meanwhile, in Hawaii, the heavily criticized head of the Maui Emergency Management Agency has resigned. His exit comes just a day after he defended the decision not to activate warning sirens as wildfires swept towards the town of Lahaina last week. The current death toll in the disaster stands at 111, but is expected to rise. Danya Backus has the latest from Maui.
With crews in Lahaina only at the beginning of the long road ahead of them, residents consider what's next.
A lot of us haven't even had time to grieve. I mean, we just slowly getting out of the survivor mode.
New aerial footage shows the widespread destruction caused by the deadliest U.S. wildfire in over a century. On the ground, rescue teams are still searching for hundreds of victims, many believed to be children.
A lot of the remains that we're finding are almost unrecognizable. A lot of people got caught in traffic jams in their cars.
Maui's mayor says he will soon announce a new head of the Emergency Management Agency after the former chief resigned abruptly Thursday.
Herman Andaya cited health reasons for stepping down a day after he rejected criticism for not activating warning sirens as the wildfire swept into Lahaina.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not.
19-year-old Noah Tompkinson jumped in the ocean along with his mother and younger brother to survive the flames.
I'm just thinking about, all the people's homes and all the people, all the pets, that had nowhere to go.
His family's home is one of the thousands destroyed. He says he can't stress enough how much help the island needs. Danya Backus, CBS News, Maui.
According to the Maui Police Department, a little more than half of the disaster area has been searched so far. Arkansas law enforcement will soon have another tool at their disposal, this one helping with overdose response. State officials announced Thursday morning that nearly $700,000 worth of Narcan will be sent to law enforcement around the state. It's another step in making the life-saving drug accessible, something important for addiction recovery services like the Wolf Street Foundation. Executive Director Justin Buck says the kits are a small part of an officer's toolkit, but a big step in saving someone's life.
All of our community members need to be pulling in the same direction.
We all need to put down stigma and put down bias and think about the people in our lives who have been affected by this problem.
And a new Arkansas law that went into effect on August 1st requires naloxone to be accessible at all state-funded public schools and universities. Under the law, it will need to be there no later than January 2024. In other public safety efforts, state police began its intoxicated driving campaign today. Troopers will be out in force as part of the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. It aims to stop impaired drivers and is a nationwide effort through the Labor Day holiday. Traffic deaths are up for the 3rd straight year, and about a third of crashes are due to impaired driving. Some of the world's most dangerous plants in literature and real life live behind these bars. At 12:18, we're taking you to the Poison Garden, where it's okay to look, just don't touch. Tom?
Makes me not want to go to the Weather Garden, in case we have some of those plants out there. We won't have to worry about that. We'll do weather from inside when we come back. Hazy, hot, and humid conditions are building back into the region over the weekend and for the next several days. I'll have the bad news after the break.